Today is March 7th, 2035 in the world of XCOM 2, and you're watching the Jessa Channel on YouTube. The air is muggy, our team is nervous. It's just a little bit too quiet for their tastes. We're in the Needle Flats Slums district of Novgorod, and our team leader is Ranger Jane Kelly. Our sniper is General Dakari Harris. Our grenadier is Stanislav Vera. Our specialist is Vishnu Achal. Jane whispers to the team to allow her to get a lookout and see what they have. There should very likely be a patrol right at the front door of where we're heading, which is this Advent Security Center, where we have a short period of time, just 8 turns until network shutdown. We need to download a thermal imaging scan from an exposed access point. Jane jumps over the median to take a look.
Looks like hostiles over here.
We have a sectoid and a trooper. Let's get the rest of the team in place.
That's affirmative.
General Harris, Vishnu, just here.
That's affirmative.
And our grenadier,
Merci.
just here.
Je suis dessus. Scanning.
We're going to overwatch the entire team to give our sniper time to get his gun in place.
Roger, I've got my eyes on.
Let's see where they patrol to. Perfect. So we now have some options. Our grenadier could open up, launching a frag grenade, which would be excellent for letting everything inside know we're there, and also making an easy entrance point for us. Or our sniper with a 95% shot could take out the sectoid, probably, in one hit. We're going to overwatch our sniper.
On overwatch.
We're going to take our I'm going to leave my ranger here for now, just to allow her to be able to make a move afterwards. And we're going to overwatch
Affirmative. Covering now.
2 of our team. Our sniper and our specialists are on overwatch, and we're going to start out with a frag grenade. It's just too tempting to take out this entire wall.
Une petite surprise.
Let's get the party started.
Ils nous ont détectés.
They know we're here. The sectoid, alerted, takes a run for it. And our sniper misses a 75% shot. But we're in some really good positioning right now. This leaves Jane, our ranger, having her up above She needs to get into some full cover. The cover needs to... It's very likely that the sectoid will attempt here. Will attempt to mind control her on the next turn. It's very likely. But we need to get her close in so that she can use her melee abilities on the next turn. The sectoid runs for cover and attempts... Will he raise the psi zombie? Yep. Reanimation. Jane says that they're so predictable. We can send Jane in. She may very likely wake something here. It's time for our grenadier to join the festivities.
Y'a quoi par là?
He'll lose his high cover advantage, but we need to get in there in a short period of time, so our team needs to move. We also need to move our specialist as well. We'll move him to full cover here.
On my way.
Our sniper has a 95% chance, 55% chance on the sectoid. We'll save that and allow our ranger to go in and do what she does best. If her sword does not meet its target...
Commander, we have confirmation of the exposed access point.
Perfect.
Target asset sighted.
And we get an Illyrium core for our trouble.
I have the asset.
And Jane earns a promotion. But, and this is what I thought could happen.
These guys make up the bulk of the Advent forces we've dealt with. They're disciplined and well-equipped, but their obedience makes them predictable.
But Jane is exposed, but that's what our specialist is here for. Jane feels a bit of sweat dripping down her neck, but exhilaration as well too. We're going to aid protocol. Our ranger, she's already in high cover, but being unable to move or take a shot, we want to give her a little bit extra. And we need to get our grenadier in there a little bit closer, but we're going to overwatch him.
Vigilance.
As well as our sniper.
On overwatch.
Let's see what these guys do. Oh! But her extra protection makes her A hard to hit target. Oh, and that's why specialists are so important on the battlefield. The extra protection means that Jane will walk, possibly, hopefully, we still have a ways to go, walk out of this mission a free woman with all her arms and legs intact. She's got full cover here, but I don't want to make this move yet until I'm sure. Sorry about that. I'm sure that because sometimes she can miss with her sword, which leaves her exposed, very exposed. So let's see. Perfect. A 45% chance. Execution style. That's why they call him the General. As in General Mayhem. All right. Our Grenadier is just not in a good position, no matter which way you slice it, but he can't get to full cover here. He's just too far away. This half cover will have to do, but let's see if we can get him into a situation where he can see the target. You can see the target from here. I know. Our sniper has a smoke grenade, which will allow our Grenadier to get in, but he can't use it on this turn, so...
J'espère que ça vaut le coup.
A flanked 68%? I like those odds. If he misses, which he didn't, Jane could pick up the slack.
Positive confirmation. Area secured.
Excellent. Let's head in now. Send our specialist in. He's gonna scoot up here next to Jane. And with the area secure, we may not meet any more resistance. But we're gonna hang tight here just for one moment.
Scanning.
And now our specialist is going to do some hacking. But before we do that,
I'll take a look.
we'll see what options we have for hacking this lamppost. This security pole, as it were. All enemies will gain a defense and mobility boost, but since we don't have any enemies here, this seems like a pretty fair bet. We may get reinforcements, and we fail. The security terminal is jammed, and Vishnu curses vehemently.
Didn't get control.
That may bring...
Accessing system.
Let's see if you can get control of this. We're going to zoom into that and see if we can't get the data we need. And we actually have success for breaching the network, and our Avenger scanning times are reduced by 50% for 4 weeks. That will come in handy.
I'm in.
Mission complete,
Status
5 after
confirmed.
5.
Mission accomplished.
A simple, flawless beginning mission. But do not get relaxed because XCOM gets a lot harder.
I'm certainly impressed, Commander. Another heroic effort in the field.
A promotion for Jane Kelly, our ranger, who now becomes a scout. She has Phantom now. When the squad is revealed, Jane will remain concealed. Spirits are high, and the crew heads down to the Avenger. We bring back 3 Advent Trooper corpses and 1 sectoid corpse.
Now that we've got some help, we can start clearing out the old equipment and debris from the ship to make room for new facilities.
Let's get started on that without any delay. Alien debris here. The aliens left behind quite a mess in the Avenger. We're going to have to clear it out in order to make room for a guerrilla training center and a med bay, proving grounds, and other things that we'll need.
To clear out these rooms, first we'll need to assign an engineer to the task. Once we start getting into the far reaches of the ship, it's going to take more time and manpower to make space for new facilities.
Thank you, Shin. Nozomo Yamamoto, welcome to the crew. And I wish I could give you more time to get used to life on the Avenger, but it's time to get to work. Let me know when you've cleared out this entire bay.
Looks good to me. Just give the word and we'll get started, Commander. Excavation is underway, Commander, but it's going to take some time to get all that stuff cleared out.
Well,
Commander, we have a secure transmission coming through. Source unknown. Patching it through to your quarters.
we always have time. It always takes time. I've had 20 years of time to think about how I'm going to get back at these aliens. But at this point, the commander makes her way to her quarters to receive the transmission.
Hello, Commander. The council you once knew is no more. Its membership have all sworn loyalty to the Advent administration, with one exception. It is good to see you again. In the days since your capture, I have done all I can to aid the resistance from the inside. It was these resistance operatives that provided the intel leading to your recent extraction. As of now, resistance forces are currently somewhat disorganized. If we are to defeat Advent and their alien masters, you must change this before it is too late. What you are seeing are classified reports of missing civilians from across the world. Their numbers are growing. We suspect they have been taken to a nearby Advent black site, though its exact location remains unknown. Time is short, Commander. We need you to take charge of resistance operations throughout the world. Establish contact with the local cells and bring them into the fold. Find this black site and shut it down. Save our world. The clock is ticking. Good luck, Commander.
Looks like we better get started, Commander. I'll be on the bridge when you're ready.
I'll be there when I can, Bradford. The commander gets up from her desk, rubbing her temples. The headache that she has had since Tygan removed that whatever it was from her skull Well, it's never really lessened. Pain pills are getting her through the day right now. Pain pills and running. Before heading up to see Bradford, the commander heads out of the Avenger and runs through this area doing her usual 5 miles. She always takes a gremlin with her own personal gremlin, a security, her little security gremlin. She hasn't got a name for him yet. She's considering calling him Ike after her father. Yeah, Ike. It's nice. She comes back from her shower and heads upstairs. She comes back, takes a shower, heads upstairs, and gets into her armor. She wears Kevlar armor at all times, even on the Avenger. And then she heads down to see Bradford in the bridge.
Commander, our current position is here, just outside Resistance headquarters. When we're not on the move, this will serve as our home and our source of supplies. The Councilman has tracked the alien black site to this region. Unfortunately, we don't have its exact coordinates yet. If we're going to have any chance of finding this facility, we'll need to make contact with the local resistance cell nearby. Tygan has a theory about how we might reach out to them without getting the aliens' attention, but we'll need to give him time to conduct his research. We shouldn't wait too long on that, Commander. We have to start making contact with other regions soon if we're going to build a global resistance and take on Advent.
New objective added.
Bradford slides a data pad across to the commander. It says, contact the resistance in the Black Site region. Research resistance communications. Fly to the Black Site region and make contact. The commander looks up at Bradford and gives a smile. Slow. Devious, even. So, easy, huh? Yeah. We'll just do that. Bradford smiles wryly back and says it's never easy.
Looks like you won't have time for that just yet, though. Remote reconnaissance may have found something not far from our current position.
Remote reconnaissance tells me that there are intact structures and we have 3 days to investigate. There may be some people within that could use or are interested in the help or are interested in joining our little band of merry adventurers.
Avenger plotting new course.
Commander, while we're waiting for new missions or the completion of our research, we can pass time by scanning at sites like this one. On your order, we'll start our scans of the surrounding area.
You have my order. Some intel comes in the following morning. A team went down and found that many of the buildings in this area were still intact. So we broadcasted a wide area signal in the hopes of contacting possible survivors. A small group of people cautiously emerged from an old warehouse and expressed interest in joining the resistance. 3 of them are here now on the Avenger. It looks like we have picked up a rookie Angela Pecora, Lorenzo Moretti, and Gulika Papatronal. We'll have to ask her how to pronounce that. Or him. Gulika Papatronal. Let's go and meet these, rookies. Lorenzo Moretti. They look like people who have spent a lot of time in dangerous situations, but have managed to survive difficult situations as well. Let's go down and meet them. The commander heads down to the armory with Bradford at her right-hand side, and they introduce themselves. It's obvious that Angela has seen battle of some sort already. She's twitchy. She has a scar Looks like a burn around her eyes. She says she's from Italy. She was born into a family of influential Advent loyalists. But Advent either kidnapped or killed almost every member of her family for reasons unknown. So she made her way, got trapped by an Advent patrol in the warehouse until we were able to rescue them. Lorenzo Moretti and Angela are friends, both from Italy. Lorenzo and Angela were raised in an Lorenzo was raised in an isolated survivalist community. He's helped out on raids, but he's tired of a life of isolation. When he went back to visit his family, tell them of his success and the resistance, he found nothing but charred ruins. He later on ran into Angela, and they became friends. Galika is tired and she speaks barely above a whisper. She's from India, she says. She has no formal training to speak of, but she learned to shoot to save her life. That's all the information she'll give. A woman of few words. The commander tells her to head down to her quarters where Bradfield will show them all where their stuff can be kept. Galika says she has nothing except what's on her back. Bradford escorts them out. The commander heads back to her duties. The commander enjoys drinking coffee. Well, specifically espresso. Black. Absolutely black. Nothing in it. Nectar of the gods. Plus it also keeps her headache at bay. She's sipping on it as we continue on. We're going to head over here to the Resistance headquarters.
Setting course for West Asia.
The Resistance headquarters are located in Western Asia. We're going to pass some time here.
I do not think I could have predicted this outcome, though it is intriguing.
The commander is very impressed with Dr. Tygan. It's obvious that he is a brilliant man, though a bit eccentric. Most brilliant people are. He has finished modular weapons, meaning that items that we find out on the field can now be put directly onto our weapons to upgrade their capabilities. The commander is pleased with his work. Shin tells us that she thinks a modular weapon system is a good start. She's pushed our current designs about as far as possible. But using the components from our enemies that they drop on the battlefield will give us an edge. We now can upgrade our weapons. Next up, we're going to research hybrid materials, which will give us access to, possibly, better armor.
I had assumed you'd make that research a priority, Commander. I'll notify you as soon as the report is available.
Thank you, Doctor. And by the way, I understand that you play a mean game of chess. Perhaps to meet me in the bar one evening? I could use a good opponent.
The aliens have considerable resources at their disposal, but we've still managed to do reasonably well against them, despite our own limitations.
We'll continue to do so. With your help. We're here again in Western Asia at the Resistance headquarters. We're going to pass a little more time. Gaining intel. Alien debris is cleared. Let's view the room and see how the engineer has done. We have several options for what we can put in this room. A guerrilla tactics school. We don't have enough supplies yet for an advanced warfare center, but let's take a look at the layout. There are exposed power coils on the lower levels here. It'll take us a long time to reach them. It seems as if our best option would be to continue to clear. On this level...
I can see the allure of the Advent Therapy Clinic. A few minutes under the knife and you've got a clean bill of health. Too bad you need a chip to get in.
The commander considers...
There's room for us to expand our facilities on board the Avenger, Commander, but we'll need more engineers to clear out space for construction first.
The commander considers that she would take ill health over a tracking chip any day. So we're going to want to move down to get to the power coil. We want to put a facility in here, but I want to clear. I think we're going to put Guerrilla Tactics School here. The Advanced Warfare Center, or as I call it, Medbay, here. And then here we'll put a power supply and move on down. Yamamoto is sent down to excavate. Let me continue on with that. I really want to put, by the way, the reason why I want to put in a warfare center here is because here we can then put a workshop and that will adjacently affect the med bay, as it were. So that's pretty important. We could put a workshop here, but I want to be able to get one in the middle row to get as many items around it. So that's what my thinking is.
I have made a number of interesting discoveries, Commander.
Let's see what Tygan has. Codename Slicker. With limited resources available to outfit our troops, up until now they've had to make do with whatever makeshift armor Shen managed to piece together for them from various scrap materials. That's what we do most of our time, it sounds like, and what you have been doing over the last 20 years is making the best do with what you could. The commander is tapping the data pad as she looks it over and reckons that the soldiers will be very pleased with any improvements over their current equipment. This will give us options to take in a nanoscale vest on a utility item, meaning that you can do one per soldier. We're going to skip that, though, because we need the utility items every spot for grenades or other more powerful objects. This just gives you one extra hit point, basically. Next, we will need to take care of that resistance communications. We're going to do this one first so that we can get some supplies coming in by contacting other regions.
I'll see that work begins immediately, Commander. I'll contact you when I have a full report available.
Excellent.
Although we have allies scattered in cities throughout the globe who are willing to share their knowledge of Advent's operations, the aliens are actively pursuing them. It will be up to you to ensure the safety of our operatives, Commander. Good luck.
Let's see what the counselor has sent us. Communications from the Resistance. There is a talk of a Resistance Council forming on the quiet, the counselor being at its head, but nothing is certain yet. In West Asia, where we currently are, we have the Operation Cryptstorm. We can rescue a VIP, which will give us Dr. Max Bailey, a scientist, as well as some much-needed intel. We're going to take out our same team We will be using other rookies, but we're going to wait until the Guerrilla Tactics School is open so we can train them before they go out into the battlefield. In the meantime, we will continue on with this group. Everything basically laid out the same as we had it before. No need to make changes on this one. And we're going to end this episode here. I hope you have enjoyed it. This is a roleplay focused, story focused Let's Play of XCOM 2. If you enjoyed it, please let me know by hitting the thumbs up button below. And if you loved it, join the party and subscribe. I'll see you back here as we head out to a location. Let's see. Over here, it'll tell us. Oh, we head out to the city, nighttime city environment of West Asia, and take in a scientist. As always, thank you so much for watching.